One neat application of slope is that of the grade of a road, which you'll oftentimes encounter if you're driving through hilly or mountainous areas when you see road signs as follows, and they'll oftentimes say like 8% grade or something like that. So what exactly does that mean? Well, the grade of a road is its slope, but it's just expressed as a percentage. So let's take a look at how that kind of really plays out in calculating that. So as you'll see in the image right here, there's a road that's going downhill like that. That actually turns out to be the steepest road in this particular city, and if you look around a little bit, a lot of you might recognize that this is actually the city of Duluth. So this road, again, which is the steepest in Duluth, has a 100-foot rise for every 392 feet of run, which of course are the two things you need to be able to find the slope of something. So if we were to find the slope, we would take the ratio of the rise, which is 100 feet, to the run, which is 392 feet. And if you were to divide that out, you're going to get a decimal that's approximately, if I kind of rounded it off, 0.255. And so that right there would be the slope, which is saying that there's going to be about 0.25 units of rise for every 1 unit of run. And so to get the grade of this, all you need to do is just turn this into a percentage. And so 0.255 as a percent is 25.5%. So that right there is actually what the grade of that particular road would be. And then down here, this is actually in the city of San Francisco. So for a half-block stretch of Filbert Street in San Francisco, the road has a 31.5% grade. What is the run of this stretch if it rises 65 feet? So it turns out that we do know the grade, we actually know the slope, and we also know the rise of this, but what we don't know is we don't really know the run, right? So we know that if we take a 65-foot rise, and then we divide that by some unknown feet of run, so let's just call that x, it's going to end up giving you this 31.5%. So I'll write 31.5%, but really what's going to be useful for us, though, is recognizing that 31.5% is actually the number 0.315, and so that's really kind of what we want to be able to use. And so really it's just kind of a matter of solving for x right here. And so to be able to solve for x when x is in the denominator of a fraction like that, probably one of the best things you could do is actually take this side and multiply by x, because that's going to undo dividing by x. And then what that does, it just brings x over to the other side, but then you don't have to worry about x being any sort of denominator or anything at this point. So we just end up with 65 feet on the left-hand side, and then 0.315x, and then of course from there you can just divide by 0.315. To both sides, and that's going to be able to give you x, which was standing for the run of this road. So if we divide that out, then we end up getting x to be approximately 206.3 feet.